Guys. Saseni, hope mko poa. Today is a very good day. And I want to be able to tell you guys a story that happened to me yesterday. It was a story, and at the same time it was a very big challenge for me, but at least I managed to get through the challenge and I came out with some lessons, because once I get into a mess lazima nitoke na kitu yenye nimesoma. Siwezi toka bila lesson bana. Utapata aje shida na ukose lesson. That's the biggest scam. Always come out of problems with lessons. All the challenges, all the problems. But let me stop here. Let me tell you the story. So yesterday, I went to shoot a video in Nairobi town. That video is all about kanjos and hawkers. And after I went to Nairobi town, shot some videos. And once I wanted to be able to reach out to the kanjos, all the kanjos, I say all of them were telling me one thing. Huwezi piga picha askari. That is what they were telling me. Every time I went to any kanjo, nasema, huwezi piga picha na askari. You can't be able to do. Even if I tried to convince them and tell them that it's just a very simple content. No, huwezi piga picha na askari. Go to that building called Annex G, 4th floor, and ask our director. I was like, I go to a building called Annex and ask the director of all the kanjos if I can be able to shoot a video with one of the kanjos, or maybe if I can be able to shoot a video with him. That's the biggest scam. I think I learned a very big lesson yesterday on this, because I felt like the government, not the government, all the kanjos in Nairobi, and I mean all of them, they have been brainwashed by the government. They have been told that they don't need to actually do any interviews, they just need to zip everything. And when they zip everything, what does that mean? It means they're hiding something. That's the truth, because they're hiding something from the common mwananchi. I think they need to be free. When you're working, you need to be free. Why should you be told that you can't be able to shoot a video with someone? Hadi ukiuliza mkanjo, hatuwezi shoot hata video moja. No. You see my director, our city county can't be able to do that. It's the biggest scam. Imagine being limited freedom of speech. You can't be able to speak simply because you have a uniform written city county. Let's make Nairobi work. That's the biggest scam. And once I learned that lesson, I came to realize that the government is so... can't be able to say that, but the government is just... You can't understand the government. I don't think if there is anyone who can sit down and understand the government, because the government has brainwashed all the people who are working inside the government not to be able to expose the secrets. And once they don't expose the secrets, do you know what happens? The common mwananchi can't be able to understand how the government runs. I tried to be able to understand how the kanjos, why are they actually attacking the hawkers? I could not be able. I got no information simply because they were told not to be able to say anything. So I can't be able to understand something. No, I can't understand the government of Kenya. I think this is the biggest scam, because it's good, they're working, but they need freedom of speech if you want to be able to ask someone, because the only thing I was doing there is to be able to ask the kanjos, why do they chase the hawkers? And no one could be able to answer that simple question. And we always see these kanjos doing this to the hawkers on a daily basis, but no kanjo could stand with me yesterday and tell me that this is why we do this. That means the government does these things by force. They just do things with power. They don't care about anyone. I don't think if the government cares about anyone. That's the second thing I learned yesterday, because if the government can't be able to say why they do, they can't be able to give a reason. But when you mess up with the government, they want you to be able to give a reason why you're messing up with them. I think that's two different things. They don't want to be scammed, but they want to scam you. And for that, I decided that, instead of following up the government and doing things which targeting the government, let me just leave the government. Don't need the government. At least it is doing something. It is full of corruption. It is full of so many things. But the government of Kenya, you can't be able to understand it. And I believe that All the governments in the whole world are just like this. You can't be able to understand them. They want to scam you and brainwash you and tell you to be able to do what they want. But when it comes to you questioning them, why are they doing this? They don't want to be corrected. They can't. You can't correct the government. Why? Because it has power. But we will see in future what will happen. Because in future, I will find a way on how I can get into the government. Yes.